Welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. Alright, people, we got 300% Dverg Forest. Back in the day when I first started YouTube, I used to do something called the boosted loot effect on insert map name here, where I would go into the match. Well, boast till I be like fuck. Go into the match, die with nothing on me, and then spectate other players. Now, I'm not saying I'm bringing that back because that shit was very stupid because survival rate. But did it really provide you with any kind of knowledge? I want to say no, purely because it's very number one, it's player dependent. And number two, it's how can I put it? Lone wolf on. This right here is lone wolf off. So we're going to see how people interact with each other in a boosted lobby on the Dverg Forest. Now, in my opinion, what makes the Dverg Forest special is concealment. This shit is everywhere. It's not cover, but concealment. There are some places where you can fight, gunfight, like the pond on top of that hill behind the comm station. You got the town, and you got the farmland down at the bottom of the map. So that's ideally where people fight, but at the same time too, it's very dependent on where the special things are, like the container and the safes, right? If the container is on the bridge, you're not going to see anybody because everybody's scared to, go for the container on the bridge. Or you're going to see one person go up there, but guess what? This is the first game and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I bring all this up because what you're going to see here is a prime example of how the Dverg Forest operates when the loot is boosted. So, somebody just used a detector, right? According to the map, that shit's right there in front of me. Or down this road, really. So I decided to do, in my opinion, the smart thing and cross the road. Yes, I'm indeed a chicken. So, now I'm over here, trying to find me a good vantage point. Yes, I'm out in the open, in broad daylight. Well, not really daylight, but more like broad moonlight, if that makes any sense. So, go prone, check the map. Sure enough, the damn thing's right in front of me. So I'm running over here, right? Because I'm thinking maybe this guy spotted somebody else. Maybe he has. Because, we're near a house, we're near some vehicles, and we're on the way to the town. Somebody should be in the town by this point. Should be. Look behind me and make sure nobody's following me, because remember, 2 people do spawn back there. And I don't see anybody. Nor do I hear anything. So now we're pretty much at the detector. Pretty much. So I go prone. See if I can hear anything or see anybody walking away from it or running toward it maybe. Don't see anything. And so I'm like, okay, maybe this guy went into the town. Okay, well, I'm gonna, enter the town another way by crossing the river and going into the other half of the town where the big red house is at. So I'm here, I'm crossing the river. I know I explained my JSS doctrine, right? Where I don't shoot unless I know it's at somebody's head. Here's the thing. That guy, he was in concealment. Don't get me wrong. But you know what gave him away from me? What gave him away was that through this tree, I could see one knee bent. That told me his head was not on the ground. It was above him. It was above where I seen that knee. So that's why you see me look at that knee and then aim upwards. I had to find his head at some point because you see, as I turned around, we saw Glint. We saw Glint, and guess what he was aiming with? That SVU. And you know what? I'm going to point out something here. You see, back in the day, I used to run an M16 and an M21. And you know, I did pretty well with them both. But there was points when I didn't even use the M21. Because, number one, what if I see somebody far away, they wouldn't stay still long enough for me to shoot them. Or, number two, when I did shoot them, I wasn't used to the bullet drop in the game, so I missed. So, I barely used the M21. Unless the guy was standing still out in the open and I knew my range. From that moment on, I started taking out only one weapon. One weapon being VSS, SG-1, HRT, ADR-97 when it was still, you know, the king of golden weapons. And the MP5 when it first got introduced. Why do I bring that up? Because that guy was aiming at me with a glint. When I picked up his body, what else did he have on him? A PA. He wasn't going to use that PA because the SVU takes shorter to kill than a PA. Yes, the PA is, you know, a good secondary to have, but if I were him, I would have used the PA and not SVU in that range because, number one, I needed faster bullet velocity because I'm already moving across a river and I need to get across it quickly. I don't need the slow-ass bullet velocity from the SVU. And number two, I can burst fire the PA with more ammunition. Now if it turns into a full-on gunfight and I need accuracy rather than volume of fire, then yeah, I'll apply the SVU. And I know I sound completely the opposite of what people think you should use, but this is probably why I'm so different in this game. I didn't say good, I said different. Did you notice something? Actually, pause. To all my JSS members who say chemicals are S tier, there's a moment coming up, right here, where I dedicate this moment to you all. And by the way, I didn't loot that house back there, because I already seen the doors open. That house already been ran through. Say it with me. Chemicals are S tier. Now, in the moment that I shot that guy, did you hear anything? Yeah, I didn't either. In the moment I explained why I only take out one weapon, not a single gunshot was fired. Not a single one. Now look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spoil the video for you. I'm not going to survive. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that. I'm not going to survive. But I do this to bring a point to you all. I do this because I want you all to trust your ears. You see, I'm here just moving my camera and trying to listen. And I don't hear anything. When I jump into the shed right here, I go on one knee. And I realize here, people are camping. Now look, the easiest way to get shot when people are camping is to move. The surefire way to die when people are camping is to go for something that's really important at the end of the match. That is a lone wolf meta. Or lone wolf off meta, excuse me. So I believe it's when I enter into this house, close window behind me, or open that one, then close this one. Pull out this SVU. You see how I'm checking this house now? And look at that. A red container. It would be nice if I knew that the container was up here. But I don't. And so right here, when I come up here, look at those two doors behind me, and I'm like, bro, this is sketchy as fuck. Open the door, check my corners, close the door. Nobody's in this house, or so it seems. Now, if the container's up here, and nobody else is up here, what else can I do? Well, this is where I say your logic has consequences. Positive or negative. You can try to remain wholesome. You can try to remain wholesome. But your actions define how your game will end up. What I'm doing right now is what I think while playing this game is surefire death, but I want to bring it to y'all anyway. Literally, as I'm running to the most obvious place on this map to find somebody, I say, I'm probably going to die. I probably am. I already see my death coming, but I want to bring y'all this anyway. I'll pull out the H-Bar-T, put it on full auto, because I know somebody's nearby. I know somebody is, but I put it back, bring out the SVU. Again, I know somebody's nearby. Isn't it painstakingly obvious that somebody would be near the detector like that? It was obvious. But I want to bring this to y'all anyway. I thought they would be in the house. That's why I opened the door like that. But I was wrong. Guess where he was at? Under a tree. Like 99% of other players in this game. Well, on this map. Now check this out, right? Again, I know I died, but I want to bring y'all this anyway, just to show you all how people react to a boosted lobby on Dverg Forest. Do you see this guy up here? And this guy down here? And how he just glitched through a window? Now the guy that killed me uses the detector. Because he knows now that he killed me, and it's late enough in the match to where nobody should be around. Now see, if I would have survived that ordeal, I would have found out where everybody was at, got the container, and left. Boom, happy ending. But I want to bring on something different. Look at this guy. Has my H-Bar-T and the SVU on his back. Good for him, he camped in one area for half the game. This guy up here, what you think is smart is actually dumb. Got killed through a door. And then the guy goes and uses the container. Using an SVU. People, I wasn't mad after this. Actually, wait, I was mad. What the fuck am I talking about? And you're going to see that in the next episode. So stay tuned. I'm going to make it up to you. That's all I can really say. I'm going to make it up to you. Peace.